Hello everyone, I've returned to the swim where I dropped my rod in the other day because I didn't fish it right and I wanted to try a flat float, so I'm greeted with a much better sight today. Look, it's much more civilised, and I'm going to traverse along here and sit down there, be nice, and trot it down there. It's a lovely colour. Oh yeah, I fancy it for a few. Right, let's have a fish. I'm quite looking forward to this. I've had a few casts already. It's this last video, Chub in flood, I was fishing this place and it was about another 2 foot on this. It was rushing through and I was fishing a little like 1 gram float, which wasn't big enough. And a while back I bought some flat floats. So I thought I would come down here and fish this properly, because in that video I was backwinding and laying on and overshotting and really trying to ease the float through, because I have been guilty of just running the bait at the fish all the time, and it really showed me in that last video how different forms of presentation affected how I caught. Rather than just running it through, I caught some laying on, caught some laying over depth, I caught some running through. So I've got a 5 gram flat float and I'm just easing it through, and yeah, we'll see how we go. We've got my 15-foot acolyte because I can actually fish down here. I've got my Stradic 4-pound line straight through, because I have been guilty of losing a few chub. So I know I'm going to catch chub. Well, fingers crossed to catch chub, and we're just going to give it a go. So I'm holding back really hard, dropping in and back winding it off the reel into the fish's mouths basically. We're going to get a pike as well. I've lost one already. Weirdly enough, I came down here spinning a while back, didn't get a touch. So yeah, we're just dropping it in, putting some maggots in, and then just back. Oh, no, it's a shopping trolley. Oh no, it was a fish. Yeah, the roach in here are a bit bigger today. They are quite a bit bigger. I've had quite a few like that already. So yeah, it's nice. It feels really nice. I'm just right on the float all the time. Perfect. I think I'm going to catch a sack load. I'm hoping as well, there's some bream in here. I would like to catch one of these bream. Yeah, it's so nice. I'm right on these fish. The other thing I'm doing is just putting the rod tip under the water to sort of slow it down a little bit. So it's literally just plopping it in their mouths. Something with this fast flow, if I was just letting a stick float flow down there, it would be waving all over the place. But because I'm backwinding it down, it does stay in the flow exactly where I want it. I don't know whether it's the backwinding or the flat float, but it's really nice. I haven't been able to fish this swim like this before. Best roach of the day, still just about swingable. Ah, lovely. Beautiful fish. You've got to admire a little roach. Hope you catch a 2-pounder. Some win. You might just be lucky to witness me catching one. Might have to watch every single video forevermore. See how that affects it. Fine tuning. I'm too guilty of just chucking it out there and letting it go and not tweaking it enough. I could catch more. Oh yeah, that was a lovely bite. It really is. When it gets down there, just poof, down she goes. Good roach every time. I'm really surprised that pike hasn't turned up again yet. Oh yeah, they're all just about swingable. Cracking sport, I tell you. I missed that one. Here's the better fish we've been waiting for. Might get piked. I'm guessing it's a chub, but I'm hoping it's a roach. If it's a roach, it's massive. Got to be a chub. That's all I'm good at catching, really. I went perch fishing yesterday. Three hours. Caught nothing. Barely had a bite. Yeah, it is a chub. I was wondering when one of these would turn up. A good one. He's not giving up. Oh yeah, that is a good one. Ooh, yes. I caught one in that video the other day, which was, I thought it was 4 pounds, but I didn't weigh it. I should have weighed it really. I think I might weigh this one because he's a good fish. Look at that. That is a good chub. Mouth full of maggots. Yeah, really good chub. So I did just up the feed for a little bit, and yeah, sure enough, every time you just got to up the feed for these chub. They love it. They absolutely love loads of maggots. Just got to pile it at them. Sometimes they're just sitting down there and they're, oh, it's only 2 or 3, I'm not bothered. Whereas you put like 20 or 30 regularly, they get into the mood. Lovely fish. Whilst we're on the subject of maggots, I'd just like to mention Midway tackle. Midway Tackle support me, and they do the best maggots in the southeast of England. If ever you're in Tunbridge, stop in there. Got loads of carp stuff, loads of match stuff. The place is an absolute Aladdin's cave. There's bits and bobs everywhere. And just say Richard's in charge, and Sandra and Dave, and sometimes Wayne. They do an amazing job. Yeah, Midway Tackle, check them out. Let's try and catch another one. I'm feeling the pressure. I've got an audience up there now. You're watching the float, boys. See the float? Might go under in a minute. See, it's going. Just easing it through again at the moment. The float isn't going where I want it to most of the time, mate. It's so swirly down there. Okay, number. Oh, that is a little one. It's going. There we go. If you're lucky, you might get a pike. There's a pike or two lives in here, and they eat these. Yeah, they're quite good fun. I've hooked him twice today. Yeah, he just comes out of nowhere and goes for those ones. Ugh. Missed that one, shouldn't have missed that bite. It definitely helps when you're holding back to keep the rod low or under the water. Just seems to change the angle of the pitch of the float. Loads of roach. Yay, got a gudgeon. My day isn't complete without catching a gudgeon. I was hoping to catch a gudgeon yesterday for perch live bait. The water I was fishing only allowed gudgeon as live bait, and to be honest, if I only had to choose one fish, it would be a gudgeon for a live bait. But it's quite hard to catch. It was quite hard to catch anything in that water. Oh dear. Gotta love a gudgeon. Still catching loads of lovely roach. Surprised I haven't had another chub though. How pretty. I'm not going to have much longer left to catch another chub. I haven't got many maggots left. I think this might well be the last fish of the day, because I am very nearly out of maggots, and it's a little chub. Only had 2 of these today. Yeah, he's full of maggots. Yeah, he's well hooked. Yeah, I've literally got a handful of maggots left. So it's cutting very close to the end. And that is the last fish of the day, a bloody great gudgeon. I'm quite glad I got it on a gudgeon. I have no maggots left. Oh, stand still. He's a beast of a gonk. There we go. Look at him. Beautiful fish. They're funny, when you see them in the water, they're really silvery. So yeah, that was a really interesting little session. That was the first time I've ever used one of these flat floats. They're quite strange things, but I must admit, it does offer a lot more versatility for trotting. You know, you can hold that back and that sits in there real nice, and you can ease it through, and it's a 5 gram float, but it didn't feel like it was a real heavy 5 gram Avon. It cut through the water nice. I was fishing with a Coram Glider 5 gram earlier, and it was like, whereas this cut through the water really nice. I'm going to use these more often. I've found this float to be quite versatile. I've got another one, a surf float, which I might try another day. But yeah, good floats. Give them a try. Let's go and weigh this chub, see what he weighs. Right, I've zeroed my scales. Put him on. I think he might just about, 3 pounds 12 ounces. Get him out and do a little pose. I didn't think he'd quite go 4, but there you go. Lovely fish all the same. There he is. 3 pounds 12 ounces. And well worth coming back here and having another go. Try moving your floats about and changing different floats, and don't get into a habit of doing the same thing all the time. Alright, I'll see you next time.